Hello and welcome to this live. When I meditated, this line came through, not today, but recently. I meditated and this line came through. I'm not the doer, I'm the experiencer. And this really leads us into non-doership. I was about to say the understanding of non-doership, but really it's the understanding of non-doership because the mind would like to try and think it can understand non-doership. I wanted to think about this for a little bit before I came live, but my soul wouldn't let me. My channel won't let me. My channel was like, go live, just talk. So while there's nobody here with me live at the moment, if you're watching the replay, ask questions. But the way my channel works better is when there's deeper, when there's questions, when there's thoughts. It allows me to come live another day and go deeper into this conversation because I don't really know what's going to come through in today's conversation fully. So, where I'm been led first to go into is source, God, consciousness itself, pure perfection, love. Love is what you are. But when consciousness itself was experiencing itself as pure bliss, pure oneness, pure love, unity consciousness, how could it know itself? How could it know itself as love? And this is one of the reasons why it created polarity, this and that, here and there, darkness and light, love and fear. Didn't really create love, but it created the polarity of love, the fear. So, source essentially split off into all of our souls so that it could come down here onto this earthly plane and experience itself through us, through each of us, the divine being that you are. How could you know yourself as pure love if you didn't go through some of the experiences that you've navigated within your life? Who are you today? And perhaps you're going through something right now and you're questioning things. That's part of the divine plan because somewhere within you, you know the truth. You know the love that you are. That's what brings us on this journey into spirituality, into truth, deeper within. So when Source split off and decided it wanted to experience itself through each of us, we each came here with unique soul agendas, unique soul plans. Part of non doership is knowing that where you are right now is perfect. Life has been living you. We think we have free will, but it's all God's will. So everything that you've experienced, even if you've done some of the darkest things in your life, that was meant to be experienced through you. And sometimes there's things that we have to look at, that we have to forgive ourselves for, that we have to come into union with God, the divinity within, to relieve ourselves from the burdens that we carry from our past experiences. But all of those past experiences are part of the divine plan to come back within, to come back to the truth within you. You could not know yourself as love if you did not meet some of the darkness. That's why shadow work is so important. And it's so important to do shadow work, knowing that there's parts of us, there's aspects of us that may have hatred or jealousy or pain or grief. All of those are just aspects of us. The true divinity that lies within is the source consciousness, is the love that you are. So, what I find really fascinating when I was first playing around with non doership, I think it was in the stillness of moments that I really felt it. And it is an experience to feel non doership. It was like lifting my water, and it was like, who is lifting the water? Who is lifting the water bottle? The egoic self would like to take credit for everything. I am lifting the water, like I am doing everything. Similarly to when we have successes within our life, it's like I did it. And for me in my business, or when I'm speaking from this way, or when I'm creating, I no longer think of it as I created this. It's like I opened my heart space, open my channel so that I can come here and speak. I ask the ego to step aside. When I create in my business offers, courses, programs, I get out of the way and life speaks through me. I'm not the doer, I'm the experiencer of it all. And when we get out of our own way, when we let life experience itself through us, we can really tap into the true divinity that we are. We can start enjoying life more. We can start experiencing more love, more abundance. We get to do that because we step out of the way. Does that mean that painful emotions aren't going to come up? Absolutely not. That's part of what life came here to experience, right? It came here to know itself. So when we resist perceived negative emotions, we're not allowing life to experience what life wants to experience through you. That's the uncomfortable part. So I'm not the doer, I'm the experiencer. So if I am experiencing pain or grief, I allow myself to experience pain or grief. I don't resist it. I don't get in the way of it. Sorry, 1 second. I don't get in the way of it. I allow myself to experience it. And I did a live last week. You can catch that in here on um about suffering. Suffering is the resistance to feeling something that life wants to experience through you. So the love that's within you is always within you. And it was so interesting because in meditation this morning, it was a particularly wet morning, and I had my noise canceling headphones on when I was meditating. I was listening to some music, and I had the awareness. It was like, oh, it's so funny. It's like I don't know whether it's raining anymore. Might be raining. It might have stopped. Didn't really matter, but it just gave me some awareness of, actually, it was still raining, and the thought, sorry, this was just this morning, so I haven't even processed it, but the thought that was coming through, this is the thing with understanding. It was like something lands within your body and you just understand it, and when we come and trying to speak it into existence, it's like, "Oh, what was that?" But it was the knowing that I had within me, that it was kind of like, the love is there at all times. Right now, it's raining, but I can't hear the rain. And I didn't know if it was still raining or not, but it was like, love is still present. Sometimes we just have the headphones on that block something out, the noise cancelling. So the love cancelling, fear is the cancelling of love. But I don't mean cancelling as in it's not there. It's just we don't feel it. So Shakti is always sitting there ready to rise within us. And what holds it down, what weighs us down, is when we don't experience the grief, the pain, the sadness, all of that that wants to be experienced. But love is existing underneath this. This is why pain is the portal to the divine. Because when we release, when we experience what wants to be experienced, underneath it all is love, is the love that you are. You're the experiencer. You're having the experience of this earthly plane. Can you allow yourself to fully experience it? The personal doer can try and grasp and can try and think it has control over things. And I did this for a long time in my life. I did this for a long time because when I was growing up, I was quite sensitive. And I'm guessing, if you're attracted to my work, chances are you're an empath as well. You might be doing similar work with people, or you may have a pull to do similar work with people. But I had these big emotions. And I pushed them down, I pushed them down, I pushed them down because I thought that it was not okay to experience them. Because my parents and my family had so much love for me. When my mother saw me suffering in pain, what did she try and do? She tried to like pick me up and lessen my pain. But what life itself wanted to do was experience the pain that was within there. So the more and more I naturally started expressing things through many years of suppressing it, through seasons of depression, suicidal ideations, anxiety. Anxiety was in my body like pretty much 24/7 after the breakup of a relationship. It's like when the anxiety left my body, because I saw what the anxiety was doing. It was trying to protect me from something. It was trying to protect me from feeling the pain that was underneath the surface. When I allowed myself to start experiencing the pain that was sitting within my body, I could start experiencing the love that was there. The love that that inner part of me always knew. You always know it's there. We might not consciously be aware of it, but life is navigating us. It's got these like signposts, like little lampposts lit along the path. That's like this way. Come this way. So when you're experiencing the perceived negative emotions, that's what life is asking you to experience. The personal doer, the personal self might be like, this is wrong to feel this way. I must not feel this way. Therefore, I will. And it's showing me the vision that I see is you like going against life itself because you're like, this direction is right. I'm moving away from the pain. This must be right. When life is itself is like, go through, what is that? It's showing me the eye of the needle. Like, go through the eye of the needle. Go within. That's to come in union with God. The personal doer is the part that wants to go the other way. That's like I think I know better. I think I know what life wants for me. And the more and more I'm on this journey, I'm like, I know nothing. And it's so beautiful to be able to go, I know nothing. But I know that there's a part of me that's connected to consciousness itself. I don't need to know everything. I trust that what is here for me in this now moment, when I come into union with life itself, I get to allow myself to experience what life wants me to experience. Now, so we can look at this within the past where you've done things that you might not be 100% happy with. All of those experiences are for you. Life wanted to experience all of those things. And there may be things that you want to do that you want to look at forgiveness and acceptance. Such powerful work. And I do such deep work with clients in that area, and I've done such deep work with myself in that area. Then we come into the present moment. It's the same acceptance for where I am now. That doesn't mean grief doesn't arise. Grief might arise, and it's allowed to arise. And then we look to the future. And it's funny because as soon as I wanted to go on to the future, my soul is like, stay here now. Stay here now in the present moment right now. Because the present moment is where you come into union with all that is. We can worry about the future. We project our past into our future. But coming home to this earthly existence, where you are right now, this is where your power lies. But it doesn't mean we're not going to go in and speak briefly about the future. Everything that you've gone through, like I said, sometimes when I'm leaving videos, they're going to be repetitive because it's like there's a deeper landing. There's a deeper landing within your body, not within your mind, within your body, within your being, within your vessel. I'm transmitting from my soul to your soul directly. So sometimes you might not understand something, but it might land in a different way. Your future I don't believe in like that there's a set defined future. I believe life is unfolding one moment at a time. We don't have control over it. The personal doer likes to think it has control. And everything that you desire in this life, life knows it because life already placed it there. So part of what you're experiencing right now and what you've experienced in the past is to lead you to the future places that you want to go. But can you trust life? Can you trust that you are not the doer, that you are the experiencer? And when you lean back and you allow yourself to experience what's here for you now, you will be led and you will be guided to all that you desire in your heart. Your soul knows better than you do. Life knows better than you do. Life is spinning, like earth is spinning, like it's been held up by itself. And yet the personal doer would like to think that it has to control everything. And I know you may have let go of a lot of control because I don't think people come across my work and it's like their first rodeo, right? I know you may have let go of control. But what I find really interesting is it's the micro leans that we do. It's the checking over our shoulder, the energetic checking in, checking where life is, checking if reality has caught up yet, checking if there's more to do. It could be that you have a business and you're in a launch and you keep checking your emails going, has anybody signed up? Has anybody signed up? Has anybody signed up? Has anybody signed up? And life is calling you back into this moment, back into the fullness that you are. Now, you will have thoughts that come up. You will have thoughts going, I wonder, has anybody signed up? But it's completely different energy than I need to check, I need to check, I need to check. It's completely different energy. What you're experiencing right now is for you, it's for evolution. Life knows how to unfold and life unfolds naturally. Your job, and I hate even calling it a job, is to come into union with yourself, realizing that you don't need to control, realizing that you don't need to energetically lean in a certain way. You don't need to look over your shoulder to see if something's happening. You lean back, you move with life instead of against life. And the more and more you do this, because it is a practice, the more and more you see how life unfolds and life brings things to you as it was always meant to be. Now, I just want to stop for a second and I just want to tune back in. What it's showing me is like these building blocks that you're building something over here. And you were thinking that you have to do it all, that you have to like physically get all the blocks and do everything, right? And you're focused like here in this. So it could be that you're building a business. It could be that you're building, like you're looking to attract a partner or you're in a new, and it doesn't even have to be a new dynamic. And you're like, I'm building this thing. And it's showing me laser focus. I'm on building this thing. And then consciousness itself is showing me the vastness of over here. What happens is when we become so focused on that one thing, thinking that we need that one thing to happen, we get tunnel vision. When we get tunnel vision, it's almost like we're projecting a reality into like that is the thing that needs to happen. And consciousness itself is like wide open. You know, the quantum field is wide open, infinite possibilities, infinite timelines. So sometimes we can be working on, and I use the word like so lightly, wrong. We could be working on the wrong things when we're asked to zoom out a bit. This is where you get it the whole time you see have eagle eye perspective, or you hear have eagle eye perspective to zoom out. It's not necessarily that the thing that you're working on is wrong. It's just almost like the personal self likes to try and think it knows best. Like I said earlier, when you admit that you know nothing, it's great. It's like zooming in on this one thing. Whereas when you have this eagle eye perspective, you can see everything. It's not so tunnel vision on like the relationship, the money, the offer, the launch, like these one things. It's like so vast, so huge. And it's like oh, it's like following your highest excitement, trusting that your soul is leading you to where you want to go. That's when we have eagle eye perspective and we're just like experiencing life as life is wanting us to experience right now. But when we have this like tunnel vision, it's like, okay, I'm working on the business. I'm not realizing that there's business opportunities all the way over here. And how I like to describe this is like you could be sitting in today and you could be like, I'm working on the business, I'm working on the business. And somebody invites you to a party and you're like, I'm not going to the party because I'm working on my business. But there's a part of you that's like, I really want to go to that party. But you're like, no, 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 I'm going to work on my business. Yes, it takes sacrifice to work on my business. And life is like, no, because the people you were meant to meet, that there was one person you were meant to meet at the party that had an amazing opportunity for you or that wanted to work with you. But we don't go to the party in this energy of, oh, life is guiding me here. So therefore, there's going to be this opportunity, going in and I'm going to network in this party. We go to the party because that's what life is asking you to experience in this moment. No expectation of outcome, just that's what life is wanting me to experience. Whereas the personal self is like, I need to make this business happen. I am the one. I am the personal doer that's making something happen, trying to turn the cogs of reality, trying to turn the wheels of life. And life is sometimes like, over here, just look over here. So notice, are you doing this? Noticing if you're stifling your own energy by thinking you need to make something happen when life is like, it's all unfolding. It's all part of it, particularly if you're here and this business example is resonating with you and you're here to do soul aligned work. It's like your life is all encompassing of that. Like I learned so much through my interactions with every human being because they're all divine mirrors. So the biggest experiences that I have that I teach is through life itself, is through friends, is through partners, is through like these other dynamics that are happening outside of business itself because I'm the living breathing embodiment of my work. How could I teach about life and love if I didn't experience? It's just not possible. So can you allow life to lead you? Can you allow life to live you? To let go of the controls, the reins, where you think you have to do everything. You're not the personal doer. Life is living you. Can you allow life to live you? Can you allow yourself to lean back into the hands of life and to move in flow with life instead of trying to go against it? You don't need to go against it. You don't need to resist it. You don't need to resist the painful emotions. You don't need to resist the loving emotions. I find this is a big thing and it's a whole other topic. And if you're curious about it, maybe type it in the comments because I could do a whole other live on this, but something's coming through in this as well. We humans, when we're so used to experiencing pain and grief and suffering, that's what we know. And sometimes when it's what we know, we think it's what's safe. And then when love is trying to come in, when abundance is trying to come in, a part of us, not the real us, a part of us is like, no, no, I'm okay. This feels safer over here. It feels safer to not be in partnership because I don't have to be vulnerable. I don't have to be open with my heart. I don't have the potential to get hurt. It feels safer to not allow more clients in because, more clients may mean, somebody might equate it to less freedom or somebody might equate it to more responsibility. So it's like, noticing those parts of ourselves when we're wanting to resist the love or wanting to resist the abundance. Not shaming or shading those parts of ourselves, but just noticing where we put it up. I find it's very interesting when I hear women, and this isn't isolated to just women, but particularly when, but no, it is. It's quite a woman woman thing. When I hear, no, he needs to do this or he needs to do that, or if he's not interested, he's going to come do this, he's going to do that. It's not to say he can't do those things. Of course, he can do those things. But there's this very specific energy. And I hear it so clearly within women of like, no, if he doesn't do these things, but it's not opening themselves up to the potential because they're thinking it has to be perfection. I love polarity teachings. I'm big into polarity teachings. And polarity teachings are so much more about the energetics behind. It's like everything. Life is all about energy, the frequency behind the action, the frequency behind the words, not the action itself, not the words itself, it's the frequency behind it. Sometimes you can hear people say things and they're saying it from hurt. They're saying it from, I don't want to be let down again. Therefore, I can say what I think sounds good. I can say the thing like, well, that man's not going to do that to me. And if he wanted, he could come in and he could do XYZ. It's a completely different energy than being in the fullness of who you are. And just been like, okay, that's interesting that that experience is happening to me, but I know who I am and I'm staying grounded in who I am. Okay, we're going to finish up here. I'm just going to see if there's anything else coming through. There's so much to experience in this life. So much. And I was on a podcast interview last week and I was saying this to the host as well. It was like, why would we think, when we're like looking at somebody else's path or somebody else's journey, why would we ever compare ourselves to anybody else's journey? Life is wanting to experience the fullness of this life. So it's not going to give you the same path as your friend, as your neighbor, as anybody else. You have a different path. We may have similarities. I find that the people that are drawn to work with me and come into my community and into my spaces is because there's a resonance. So there may be similarities within the journey, but our experiences are so vastly different. Humans love connection. We love seeking commonalities. We love seeking commonalities and we love seeking separation to see where we're different as well. It's the whole polarity within there. Life wants you to experience all that it has to offer, and it's guiding you to all of those things. Your desires are not separate from you because life placed the desires within you. You didn't come up with the notion in your mind. I didn't come up with I never had this desire to be a healer. I never had this desire to teach on polarity. I never had this desire to teach on spirituality. Life led me here. I always had a desire to help people. That was one of the things. I had a desire to help people, and life just led me to this place. And I'm so passionate about what I do. So passionate. But I didn't take this passion and go, this passion is mine. This passion is life. This passion is life living itself through me. Life wants to live out your passions through you, whether that's music you're into, whether that's art, whether that's psychology, whatever it is, whatever you're passionate about. Life wants to live that through you. I was always passionate about helping people. But if I go a layer deeper, it's like I was always passionate about love. I was always passionate about showing love. The thing is that we learn more and more on this journey is the love that we are wants to be expressed through us. When we're trying to build relationships, build businesses from a place of lack, that's not it. The fullness of who we are. When I tap back into the infinite being that I am, love wants to overflow from me because love always wants to express itself. Doesn't want to take and keep, it wants to express constantly through you. Whether that's through business, whether that's smiling at somebody in the street, whether that's giving somebody a tip, whether that's having a conversation with somebody, whether that's giving somebody a compliment, whatever wants to express through you, allow it to be expressed through you. When I started really playing with these energies, I really started noticing it was amazing how much I wanted to compliment people. Even if I saw somebody, even if I saw another woman wearing something beautiful, how often I was literally like, "Oh my god," like, "Oh, I don't wanna be a weirdo telling her she looks nice or telling her her dress is beautiful." And then I started allowing myself to do it more and more and just seeing somebody. Like, I actually follow a woman on Instagram, and I started noticing she had a shift in energy, over the last few weeks. And last week, I messaged her to be like, I don't even know where we follow each other from. I think it must be from a course we did or something, but your energy is on fire at the moment. I was like, I just wanted to tell you that I really feel a shift in your energy and it's on fire. And it can be vulnerable for us because that person might not receive that message well. They might be like, I know my energy is on fire. I don't need the validation. I don't need anything. But it was like, oh, this is coming through me. I'm going to speak it. And she replied, like, with such a beautiful message, with so much love, and, like, "This just made my day," just and it's like, "Oh, that's just so lovely to be able to" me making her day, her sending back a lovely message is like, that makes my day, to just be like, "Ah, we can just sprinkle joy into somebody's life, and we don't know." I don't know that woman, I don't know what she was experiencing in her day. I reached out to a past client before as well, um, sharing something from my heart that I got a message from her and she was like, "Thank you so much. I really needed that in this moment." We don't know what life is wanting to express through us. And when we try and hold it back, when the personal doer is like, "No, no, I don't want to do that," it really blocks the infinite, the infinite love that wants to pour through us and to us. So I'm going to leave this message there. And if you have questions, if you have comments, type them in. I'd love to hear from you. I'm loving the flow of energy within YouTube at the moment. And I've shared this in some of my last videos. It's like I would typically go live on Instagram, and for some reason, over the past 2 weeks, actually, it's not even 2 weeks, it's like not even a week and a half. I think this is my third or fourth live to do on YouTube. And it just feels so fun. So if you watch this video, if you resonate with the content, hit like, hit subscribe. I'd love to know you're here. I think I'm up to like 7 subscribers on YouTube, and I just feel like this is a place where I'm really going to grow and allow some of my work evolve here because I just really want to get the word and the love that I have in my heart, the teachings that I have within me, the wisdom within me. I want to share more and I want to allow it to make an impact on the world because I know that me making an impact on you sends a ripple effect onto those within your life. And you may think right now that you aren't making an impact, but you are. That smile you give somebody, that compliment you give somebody, when you lend an ear to a friend, when you show up in your business, it's all part of your evolution. And part of your evolution is service to others, is sending that love out to the world. So I'm sending you love and I hope you have a fabulous day and week.